Hey, good day, Facebook. It's Tyann, alright? And today I'm doing Tyann's Sunday Sermon from the Couch. And it's actually Sunday Sermons from the Couch Ministries, alright? But I need to start off my ministry truthfully, alright? I'm not really sitting on the couch, alright? I'm sitting on the love seat. Because the couch sits too low, got a bad back, and it's time for a new couch. All right. So one of the first things that one can contribute in one's tithing is understanding that a portion, the majority of them, if not all, will be used so that Tyann Sunday Sermon from the Couch can actually take place on the couch. Okay. Now, I'm going to take some time. As you all know, this is a spin-off. Or if you don't know, you'll know now. This is a spin-off from the Tyann Brown It's Not a Game, It's a Lifestyle show, season 52. All right, but I wanted to take some time, actually, the Sunday sermons from the couch, the ministries. It just hit me because it just seemed like something necessary, something that was, something that needed to be done, okay? And it's going to have its own formula platform. I need to also preface, say this, that any, if there's anyone that sponsors, any sponsors, anyone that's crazy enough to sponsor, the views here, expressed here on the Tyann's Sunday Sermon from the Couch ministry show are not necessarily the views of the advertisers, or should I say of anyone crazy enough to sponsor this mess. All right, they're not. They wouldn't. These are my views. All right, and anyway, I just figured, why not? Why get into preaching from a building? I don't necessarily like preaching, but why get hung up on the where? All right, instead of the message. All right, so if the message is strong enough, it doesn't matter where you speak it from, as long as it's truth. You could speak it from the grandest of cathedrals. You could speak it from the super stadium type megachurches of today. You could, some folks are their street ministries, but I decided to go, as you know, because Tyann has to have a Tyann kind of slant to it. Tyann decided that her ministry and her outreach would come from the couch, or should I say from the first episode, the love seat. Okay, I just thought that would be apropos. I wanted that. With this way, there's no building fund that necessarily needs to keep being contributed into perpetuity. It's just a couple of couch cushions every once in a while, maybe reupholstering, or in this event, for me, a new couch. All right, that's it. This is a ministry that doesn't require a whole lot of tithes and offerings, financial support, from those that might actually gain some wisdom or some inspiration from it. Now, like I said, the reason I did this is just because, we talk about, people talk about stuff. We're having conversations, and I thought I was going through a midlife crisis, and I found out that I wasn't. It's just the way it is. It's not just a midlife crisis. This is life, all right? And I'd been going through some stuff, stuff with some things and facing some new challenges and everything. And I figured, why just deal with it? There are other folks that might be having the same things going on. Why not actually reach out to them? All right. So I'm going to start with telling you some of the things that will go on here. All right. Some of them might be funny. Some of them may not. I like hats. All right. As I never got to be a church mother. All right. Nor did I get to be, the first lady of the church, which in and of itself is hilarious. But I like hats. I like hats and caps. So there'll be times in which I'm wearing a cap like this, or I'm wearing a hat. I've got a whole lot of hats. Or even there'll be times in which I'm really feeling the desire to wear a wig. So don't be surprised. This face may change several times and will change during the different Sundays. I will be here every Sunday, and I hope that you will too. Okay? I prayerfully hope that you will be here, because maybe there's something you can gain from this. If nothing other than a laugh, maybe you can get that. So it will change, to go from a cap to hat, like I said, to just my hair, and it depends on if it's done, and then to a wig. I thought I might try that every once in a while, but today I'm just in a cap. Now, and the reason for that is the cap actually has to do with the topic of discussion for today, which is notice this towel. Wait a minute, I'll show you this. This towel, it's not just a towel. It's colorful. Yes, it's colorful. But what this towel represents today, it's not just your average beach towel. It is my cape. All right? It's called my Capt Save cape. And today, at the end of this ministry, or at the end of this sermon, Tyann will be folding up and putting away my Capt Save cape, never to be pulled out again. Alright? Now I want to talk to y'all. How many of you all have your own personal Capt Save cape? Alright? How many of you are running around here saving hoes? I mean, I got so good at it. I am capable of saving more hoes than that actually need to be saved. And what was going on in the crosshairs of saving all the other hoes was I was constantly losing myself. Constantly losing myself. Being swept up in the momentum, the adrenaline rush, the high of being able to say I was Capt Save. Alright? And the reason you want to not do this, it's not good for yourself, it's not good for the other person. One is because you're picking up their problems, their issues. All right? You're picking up you're walking into one set of problems, so you think. But then there's a whole nother set of problems behind that. See, when you play the role of Capt Save as effectively as some of us do, you blind yourself to the cause of the problem that the person is sitting in. All right? You blind yourself to that. So what will happen is when you put on your cape, you ready to go, you got on your leotards, and I didn't put those on for today. I figured there's small children watching, possibly, and I didn't want to scare them. So you got your leotards on, and you got your boots, and you're in your Capt Save cape. And what will happen is when you get in there, you recognize that this problem or this situation or challenge is actually the result of something far deeper than you were ready, willing, and a lot of times capable of dealing with. Because one, the person that you're trying to save hasn't even addressed the issue themselves. So you get into this and you become the go-to captain. Alright? Sometimes Major General. You become that person and you are there and you're that and it's it and it's clear sailing. You get it clear. And then once you've cleared that path, and this is their right to do this, they decide that they are independent thinkers. Now, mind you, when they were up to their neck in shit, thinking was the absolute last thing they wanted to do of their own volition. But once you've cleared that path, the captain has saved the day, so you thought, or so you tell yourself, because it's ego. You find out that they've decided to become a free thinker. But what they're thinking and the things that they're doing are actually going to bring them back to that place. And you may say something. You feel as Capt Save you have now earned the right to speak your mind about the issues, which you have not. And they begin to show you and to tell you expeditiously, very quickly, that you got no place in this. I didn't ask you for this. And then you end up all mad and disgusted. So and what you've done is a lot of time you've expended your energy, your time, your resources, Now, I'm not talking about financial. I mean just your resources, mind. Understand, thinking is the most valuable resource that human beings have, is the ability to think freely and to become creative. That's it. So you've used your creativity, your free thinking, all of this to just be more or less, to find out that it's not as appreciated as much as you would think it would be. So therein lies your issue. One, you step in as Captain Save and you have expectations, which you shouldn't. All right? You should not do that. The other is you then try to project what you think ought to be the outcome onto the person you're thinking that you're going to quote unquote save. You can't save a person from themselves. All you can do is prolong the inevitable. So you're throwing off your balance, you're throwing off their balance, you're actually picking up their crosses as your burdens. And that's not what you're to do. All right? So you don't do that. You offer an ear. You offer maybe maybe you offer eyes to give a fresh perspective. But you do not become engaged, involved, nor engrossed in that problems, challenges that you were not directly related in creating. If you were not directly involved in creating these issues, problems, patterns, habits, whatever it is, you have no right, and I will say this again, you have no right to be involved, regardless of how you're thinking of yourself as a good friend, good girlfriend, good boyfriend, good husband, wife, whatever. You don't. There are certain walks people must have alone. Realization is one of those walks. Realization is a walk that you must take by yourself. Nobody can take that walk with you. And nobody can stop it from happening. Now, whether you want to remain in denial, they got a lot of folks to help you with that. And a lot of times playing the role of Captain Save allows the hoe to remain in denial that they're being a hoe, for whatever the reason is. Now, I'm going to end today's sermon by saying, take some time, look in the mirror, ask yourself, am I really helping, or am I just attempting to be Captain Save All right? And if you feel like you're being Captain Save and you're unappreciated, or you're unappreciated, you're finding yourself going, what the hell am I doing? That means it's time for you to hang up the cape. Damn it. Like they say, give up the ghost. I just had to do this. It's time for you to hang up the cape, put it away. Never, ever to be pulled out again. All right? Now, like I said, every Sunday, it's Tyen's Sunday sermon from the couch. I appreciate those that have taken the time out to listen, to watch and view. And if you have any prayer requests, or should I say any thought requests, just send them to me in topics. If there's anyone out there that wants to be underpaid and overworked, you'll be working for the Lord. All right? You'll be working for God. Couldn't have a better boss. Dealing with me might not be so lucky. But again, I'll see you all next Sunday. Until then, have a blessed week and have a great afternoon.